Room 205 is back here. It's right there.
This is where we heard the whispering.
John, tell me you heard that.
I heard that.
What was that?
What?
Governor Hill Mansion.
Governor Hill Mansion.
There was a woman.
What's that?
That was on the table.
Yes, I do not know what that was, but I'm looking right at the table. What we did in here was we came in, we set up an audio recorder. It's on this. It's back here on the staging area. It's on the floor back there. We have two security cameras that can see us all the way to back here, and we set up some additional gear. This is a K3 meter. I'm going to try to get this set. We'll keep it away from us. I'm going to set it on the ionic setting, which is quite different than the electromagnetic setting. So if there's a spirit around and it comes near this K3, it would be very interesting for us to see. Also, we're going to be working with the Ovilus, and that's this device right here. It has a vocabulary of words in it, or a dictionary of words in it. And when it speaks, it'll speak through these loudspeakers. Hopefully we'll hear something. Do we have anything else? Oh, and the puck. All right, and I'll let Tony explain how the puck works.
The device that we're going to use right now, while we're doing our investigation in this area of the building, is called a paranormal puck. And the paranormal puck is a combination of several devices. It works much like the Ovilus, a K2 meter, and it has a thermometer built into it, and it can actually record EVPs. And it uses the ambient energy, or the ambient electromagnetic field, and all of the sounds that are coming into it, as well as the temperature, and it tries to determine what spirit communication may be coming through. And then it prints it up here on the screen. We were actually able to type in a question down here on the screen, and then it'll write a response, as well as the question up onto this screen here. What it does is it helps us record. Here's what the investigator asked. Here's the response that came through the puck to the device. And we can record that, we can screen capture that. We get a lot of other readings here as far as what the K2 reading is, the EMF reading is in the air, what the temperature is, and wow. And we're able to record all of that. It takes screenshots of that so we can capture it for later, and it timestamps it and puts a watermark on it so you can see that it hasn't been altered, in case there's any questions about the validity of the data. So we haven't used this a lot. We're going to use it again tonight for probably the third or fourth time, and see how it does.
Yes.
Good place. Nice.
Yeah, this room was added back in the 60s. The Oblate Missionaries had this put in to hold their own functions.
Okay. So you said the Oblate Missionaries had this put in. Did they just did they renovate this to be open like this, or was this originally?
This is originally the way they had it built.
Okay.
So
this
the
wasn't part
original
of the
family.
structure.
No.
Right. Okay.
No.
So this was not part of the original structure.
No.
It's good thinking, Mark. Putting the right thing together.
Yeah. And originally, because the original kitchen was underneath the carriage house, originally they had dumbways that went down to the basement, and then they would wheel it up the tunnel and bring it up to the gold room.
So there's a tunnel here?
Well, there's another hall,
Okay.
and then the old tunnel, it's kind of been renovated like, it's not really a tunnel anymore, it's more like a hallway. Yeah.
All right.
And it was just one of those, I had my camera because we were taking pictures for a function or getting ready, and I wanted to take a picture of the chef from here cooking at the stove. And while I'm looking in my camera, I couldn't see him because all I could see was this white thing. And I kept putting my camera down and I'd look, I'd turn the camera around and wipe the lens, you know, put it back up. And while I'm taking the picture, and my daughter's friend was with me, and this white globe just kept getting bigger and bigger. And so I still thought, well, what the heck is that? And I kept wiping it. And then I went to take it again, and that white just came right at me.
Wow.
And I threw the camera down, and it's like, what the heck was that?
So it came at you from the kitchen through the door?
From the kitchen, yeah. And
Wow.
it just kind of like, and so to this day, I don't know what it was.
Did you feel cold at all when it came towards you? Or?
Oh, well, I had chills.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
But this is the original kitchen.
So where was the chef when you were trying to get a picture of him?
The chef was standing at the stove.
Okay, right next to there.
Yeah.
And these are all these are all the original kitchen equipment, the oven and stoves.
Yes.
So we're in the, are we in the carriage house now?
Yes.
So being a carriage house, this was just like more like a servant quarter area, is that what it was? Okay.
When we first moved in here, after the fire, we were on that side of the carriage house, and then we moved into the other side. But I think there's a lot of activity over there.
There's a lot of activity up here?
Yes.
All right, so what kind of activity is going on up there? Elaborate just a little bit on that? Or?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the first time I saw, well, I call them the man in black
Okay.
and the lady in white.
Yeah.
And the man in black has been seen in Columbus Hall a few times by certain employees that work here that didn't know anything about it.
Really? So you call him the man in black, is he dressed all in black, like maybe a priest or something? Or?
At first I thought it was a priest, and then I think he was one of the horsemen. The way he's dressed, I mean, I can tell he's a tall man, all dressed in black, and he has like a white ascot right here with the top hat.
All right.
The first time I saw the man in black was in my bedroom, actually, in the carriage house. And my husband had me convinced it was shadows from the streetlights, which, okay,
Yeah, that can happen.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
And then the next morning, very early the next morning, I was in my office. It was about 7 o'clock, and we had a new employee just coming into work. And she stopped by my office, and she says, you know, introduced herself to me. And she says, by the way, who's the guy dressed in black standing in the middle of Columbus Hall, which is this hall?
Wow.
And I said, there's nobody here. And I said, it's only 7 o'clock, there's nobody here. She says, oh yes, there is. So I came out to look, but of course everything was gone.
All right.
And then she described the same man I saw in my bedroom that night, up to the top hat, and the white ascot, and the long black coat. So she didn't know.
Right. She had no idea of the previous report?
No.
Of the man in black. That's great. Does the man in black ever display any kind of awareness that somebody else in the room with him?
No, it's a very quick.
Kind of a glance out of the corner of your eye?
Yes, very quick sighting. I mean, enough so that you can tell what he's wearing. But I've seen him 3 or 4 times, and I don't remember ever making eye contact or really being able to see the face.
Right. So he doesn't interact with anybody?
No.
Great. All right. Let's move on to other areas of the world.
One of the carriage men is about 3 years ago. I was in one of the local attorney's office here on Silver Street, and I was sitting in the waiting room, and they had pictures of historic Augusta.
Oh.
And I'm looking at the pictures, and my daughter says, Mom, look, there's the Hill Mansion. And I said, oh, it's one of the old pictures. So I get up and I look, and it was a picture of the mansion with a horse and buggy in the front, and who is standing holding the horse. And I had chills all over me, because I said, oh my God, that's him. And that's why I think it's one of the I knew right away. I said, I think that's him. Very tall, thin. He was dressed exactly the way I saw. That happens all the time. All the time. They're very, I've never felt afraid. I think they're pranksters.
So what are they moving? Are they moving furniture? Are they moving objects? Or?
Not furniture.
Keys or cups or...
And at first I'm thinking it's just misplacing
Right.
stuff. But I'll be looking for it. And then I'll say, all right, where did you guys put it? You know, just joking around. And I'll come back through and there it is right in plain view.
No. So at least they bring it back to you.
Yes.
That's nice of them.
Yeah.
Is there anybody here with us right now? So far as we know, there's only 3 people in this room right now. My name's Kat.
I'm John.
I'm Tony.
And we're in the Columbus Hall banquet room. And we want to speak to whoever may be in here with us. Both of these just came on. We have a few devices that you can use to communicate with us. The only rule we have is that if you want to use the flashlights to communicate with us, you have to respond within 8 to 10 seconds, or we will not take your responses seriously, as we will if you do answer within 8 to 10 seconds. If you understand, feel free to turn on, not that flashlight, it's already on, any of these other flashlights here within 8 to 10 seconds, starting right now. That one. Good, thank you. This one was within 8 to 10 seconds. I'm going to jump on the floor right here, Tony. Did it shook where you are, right? Didn't do anything to that, did it? Okay. It didn't do anything to any of these other ones over here, so I did not make that go just by walking. We also have another device back here, and I don't know if you can see the red light from where you are. That's the K3 meter. The K3 meter is for the spirits, huh?
I can see it, but it's white on this.
Oh, okay. It's back there. The K3 meter for any spirits that are here is for you to go walk near if you want us to know that you're here. You'll go walk near that red light over there, and if you have enough energy about you, that will actually start making a sound, and the lights will go from red to green. It's really impressive. You should try it sometime. We're not going to walk near it, but we invite you to walk near it. There's also a flashlight right beside it if you would like to manipulate the flashlight to let us know that you're here. Is there a man here with us? Is there a man here with us? The horses need tending too. The light came on. And is it on video at all? You have to, so one of you guys has to stand back.
You keep going too far into the dark.
Oh, well, you don't have a strong enough light?
Well, you get so far away.
Okay. Sorry, let me just stand. If you're here with us and you know about horses, can you turn on one of these flashlights within the next 8 to 10 seconds, please? Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. All right, I'll ask you another question. I'd like to ask you another question. I'll do that when these flashlights are off again. Thank you for for that. Go ahead and let this one go out, if you can. If I call you by the name that the people who work here know you as, will you impress us with your presence? Okay.
John What was that?
There was a snap over there, but
While you were coughing, did your belly grow or anything? Or?
not mine either.
Wow, I heard something go, oh,
Okay.
after you coughed.
All right.
John coughing. What was that?
There was a snap over there, but
John coughing. What was that?
there was a snap over there, but
John coughing. What was that?
there was a snap over there, but does the name Man in Black mean anything to you? Are you here with us right now? Are you in the kitchen? Are you from the kitchen? Did you used to work in the kitchen? Did you work here for a long time? For the Hill House, the Hill Mansion? If you're really here, can you please give us a sign that we cannot confuse as somebody else? Oh, my hair just got pulled. There was a sound back there. Did you hear it right away? There's another one. Did you hear that?
I heard it.
Slightly impressive. Try again, please. I just got a blow in my ear. Like someone went like that, really lightly. Go ahead and do something that all of us can see. We just did a flashlight session in the Columbus banquet hall. And we seem to have had some responses to our questions from a few flashlights. One here, one there, and one in the back there. We're still waiting for somebody to come in and trigger the K3. I'm not sure that's going to happen today, but it would be nice if it would. The heat just kicked on, so we're not going to ask any more questions from the flashlights. We're going to go and see what kind of information the puck might have given us, and we might turn on the obelisk for a short period of time to see if maybe they can communicate with us through those two devices. So that's what's going on right now.
So, do you want me to read what this thing is saying? Or I don't want to read everything, but...
No. Just tell what it's been doing and...
I need to cancel the constant mode for me to be able to read down through. Alright, so the puck's been running for probably 20 minutes now. And it's definitely generated an awful lot of data. As I scroll down through here, can you see the screen? You see as I scroll down through there, there's a lot of data on the screen. So I'm just going to kind of look through and glance at what it's had to say and see if there's anything that kind of sticks out. So what's interesting here is so it actually, this actually spit out the word puck at one point during its run tonight. But what's interesting is this building, the third floor of this building is rented by the Catholic Charities. It was actually owned at one point in time by the Catholic Charities, and the Oblates was in here as well. And up here in this first big block of words, it put together pray and minister. So I don't know if it's picking up on the fact that this was a spiritual place at one point in time. It actually says the word minister before that in the line above as well. So this building was used not only for Catholic purposes, but also for just religious retreats. There's the word, it's the name Anthony. The word slave, my shoes, secret. The fourth floor of this building was used to house some Japanese refugees back during the Japanese internment camps. The Hills actually let them stay up there, and they were there during that period of time, and they became servants for the Hills after that. But they helped keep them protected and keep them safe up there. And so that would have been a secret in this building. I'm just looking down through some more here. Crops, power, shaken, war.
There's a fire pit right there.
Oh, the word fire is in here, yeah. And there is a fireplace right over behind us. So crops, power, shaken, war, fire again.
Well, that's why the internment camps were put in place. It was World War
Yeah,
II.
World War II. Yeah, so it does say the word war here. And the internment camps were put into place because of World War II. And then it talks about peace, gateway, stretched, building, worry. So I wonder if maybe
Wow.
there became, so many people living in this building at one point in time that it...
No, but they stretched the building from there to that building.
That's right.
If you talk about it, please.
So it says quickly, gateway, stretched, building. And this used to this is all one building now, but it used to be two separate buildings. So the main mansion house is over here. The carriage house is over on this end, and in between, they built this big conference area. Underneath was another ballroom area, and then a tunnel that went between the two buildings. But there was never a structure here. And the Oblates built this when they purchased the building. So they stretched the building out.
Go ahead.
Says here, this whole line, cow power is Japanese Kansas bacon.
Oh, the lights just went on. Japanese?
Yeah. Japanese Kansas bacon.
The Japanese family that was living upstairs. Are you here? Was that you trying to communicate? – . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . .
Another pray. Word pray.
Why don't you ask it a question? Ask if the Japanese people are here.
All right. So we're going to type in a question here and see if it'll come back and give us a valid response. So we're going to ask, are the Japanese people here with us?
What was that?
I don't know.
The light in the back just went on. If you're here with us, can you please go near the red light back there on the table and turn on the K3 meter? Please? Just by walking by it, trying to touch it, we'll turn it on.
That light just came on.
Did it answer? What did it say?
So I asked, are the Japanese people here with us? And then it says censures down. So I asked, is the Japanese family here? And it says park power. Park, P-A-R-K, and then power. Let's ask if the Hills are here with us.
Mr. Hill? Governor Hill?
As I wrote, are the Hills here with us tonight? And it wrote them stretched hello.
Wow. Wow. That's interesting. If you're here with us, the Hill family, can you please... Whoa.
What?
Both of those lights on both those tables came on at the same exact time.
Huh. All right. So I'm going to close down the puck. I'm going to turn it off. It has logged all the data that it's captured tonight, so we'll have that for later review. We can look at the words a little more closely.
It's right here.
You coming too?
Actually, you want me to go in first, and then I'll get you coming.
Go for it. You're gonna get me gracefully climbing.
And the stairway.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Sitting you down or anything like that.
Oh, okay. So let's try to pay our respects to Mrs. Hill. Mrs. Hill, we're here to have tea with you. We're here to invite you to tea with us as well, because we know that you probably haven't had tea in a while. So we're not really sure how to do this, but we figured that you might find it a treat just to sit down and have tea with girls. So we're assuming that one of these head of the table areas are for you. So we're gonna sit in the middle, and you can pick either side that you want. And maybe at some point throughout the evening, you can let us know which one you're sitting at. That would be really, really nice. Okay, so we're gonna sit on the sides. My name is Kat.
My name is Teresa.
My name is Erica.
And thank you for joining us at tea. I'm gonna turn my recorder on too.